Hey there, how are you? My name is Marlinda and this is my transformation story. When I was younger, I was physically and mentally abused in school all the way through my first years of college. First, it was because of my height. Until high school, I was the tallest girl in my school by more than a head. I felt ugly because I couldn't fit in with the cute girly clothes like all the other girls could. Whenever I tried to get help, I was criticized for being a baby, so I stopped trying after a while. Every day that passed by, the more I shut out the world. Eventually, even when someone gave me a compliment or said something nice, I was so used to the negativity that I just thought they were lying to make me feel better because I was such a sad, pitiful person. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated the way I felt. I hated who I was. Even though I was skinny, at the time I felt fat and ugly. I developed a junk food addiction because it was one of the only things that made me feel good. I wouldn't eat much food because of my depression. I didn't get hungry much. And with all this packed up frustration, you can guess something explosive happened. I flunked college twice and ran away with a guy I thought loved me, but that didn't end well either. I never got into drugs or anything like that. My only comfort was junk food. Since I usually walked everywhere and didn't eat much food, I kept my weight down, but I wasn't healthy or happy. When I was younger, I was in so much internal turmoil and pain that I made a vow never to make someone feel the way I did. I always wanted to be a doctor growing up, but something just seemed like it was missing, although I could never explain what. I knew I wanted to help people feel good. I wanted to inspire people and be looked up to, but I wasn't sure if being a doctor was the way to go. A teacher, a psychologist, a social worker? I tried them all, but still, none of them completed me. There was still something missing that I couldn't put my finger on. I just knew that I wanted to do all I could for who I could, so that they didn't feel the way I did. Hurt, depressed, self-hated, missing out on life, outcast, broken, ugly, unhappy. I didn't and don't want anyone to feel that way if I can help it, because I know that pain. I eventually graduated college, got married, got my green card, and life was great. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't find a job. I went to get help countless of times to fix my resume. I went to interview after interview, but no one hired me. I had the qualification, the wherewithal, the skill set. I had everything that the employers were supposedly looking for, and by their account, they were quite impressed with me. So, what was the problem? No, I'm not one to use the race card. I refused to think about being a foreigner on a green card too. I didn't accept any form of bias as an excuse. I just wasn't good enough. But money was running out and I had to provide for my family. During this time I had my daughter. She is my most precious gift. She looked at me with those same unbiased eyes of her dad's, and I knew we were something special. I knew that it was my job to provide for us. Not that I am a crazy feminist. I promise you I'm not. That's just my nature. I don't settle. I'm more aggressive than my hubby who is passive. I'm a visionary. I first heard about Beachbody from watching a vlog, I think. At that time, I didn't know it was a network marketing company. I wasn't really interested either because I just thought they were some fad exercise like the fad diets and pills people flock to that they think will solve all their problems. Then as I researched network marketing, it came up, but I still wasn't sure about any of the products or if it was what I wanted to do. In hindsight, I wish I would have dug deeper because now that I am in the company, I realize so many other great things about this company that makes it one that I am proud to represent. As time went on, I was struggling to energize my body while breastfeeding my daughter. I was panicking and confused, which increased the self-hate because I couldn't give my daughter all of what she wanted. Coffee was never my energy fix. Instead, I turned to Pepsi. I hated this because I knew that the caffeine was bad for my daughter, but nothing was working out, and I was stressed beyond stress. So I took the bull by the horns and I signed up as a coach with 21-day fix and a variety box of Shakeology after talking to my upline coach. Then the next day, my hubby signed up as my first coach. After the first week, our lives changed completely. We started doing the workouts and drinking Shakeology. Everything was laid out for us, so we just had to follow the program. My results were amazing. My stomach deflated like a balloon and I could see my abs. My energy level was the highest it's ever been. My tummy flattened out, my body was meeting my daughter's milk demands, my self-hate and negative self-talk diminished completely. I felt uplifted, and I was also helping to inspire others to do the exact same thing and feel uplifted. This was the first time that I felt wholly whole. This was it. My hubby was there, my daughter was there, I was there, and I was inspiring others. I was helping women feel beautiful and special, including myself. We were making an income that supported our family finally. Now, for the first time, we are thinking about what we want and can actually see the path to get there. We can actually see us having the things we want instead of just dreaming about them. I was finally in a place where everyone 100% accepted me for who I was. I wasn't criticized for not knowing something. People had their own struggles and transformations that were equally as amazing as mine. This motivates me to want to pay it forward to as much people as I can, because I feel it when someone sees something they want but can't afford. I feel it when someone is struggling to provide for their family. I feel it when someone says they hate themselves because of something they don't like about how they look or how they feel or how they can't change something about themselves. I feel when someone hasn't seen their family in years because the plane flight is too expensive. I feel it because I was there. I know it is possible to do better. It's possible to do better with your health, fitness, self-growth, family life, and everything is laid out for you in an easy-to-follow guide that is diverse and includes everyone. It is a great feeling to be able to help so many people to be their best self, and I hope that you join me too. Thanks for listening to my story, and I hope that I get to be a part of yours too.